Picture this. An American soldier walks straight through enemy territory, past surveillance cameras, thermal sensors, and guard posts, completely unseen. No, this isn't science fiction or some movie magic. This is real, and it's happening right now with the AI Cloak that makes soldiers invisible on the battlefield. Our military has always led the world in innovation, but what's coming next will change warfare forever. Imagine our brave men and women in uniform having the power to literally disappear from sight. And here's something fascinating that will surprise you. This technology has a hidden capability that nobody's talking about. But we'll get to that special feature later, because what it can do might just leave you speechless. You know, as someone who's followed military technology for decades, I can tell you, this isn't just another piece of fancy equipment. The AI Cloak represents our commitment to protecting the brave souls who defend our freedom. In the next few minutes, you'll discover how this incredible technology works, why even the most advanced enemy sensors can't detect it, and yes, that surprising capability I mentioned earlier. But first, there's something even more interesting about this technology that most people don't know about. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will change everything you thought you knew about modern warfare. For generations, our military success has relied on staying one step ahead of the enemy. Think back to World War II, when our brave soldiers used simple but clever camouflage techniques, painting their faces with mud, wearing leaves and branches, and blending into their surroundings. These basic methods saved countless American lives. Many of you watching might remember using these techniques yourselves, and you know firsthand how crucial they were in the field. From those early days of basic camouflage, our military kept pushing forward. Vietnam veterans pioneered new hiding techniques in dense jungles, while desert operations brought their own unique challenges. Each generation of soldiers added their own chapter to this proud history of military innovation. But here's something that might surprise you. There's a dark side to this evolution that nobody's talking about, and it's putting our troops at risk today. You see, our enemies have gotten smarter. They're using drones, thermal cameras, and AI-powered systems that can spot a soldier from miles away. The old tricks just aren't enough anymore. Those cameras can see through traditional camouflage like it's not even there. Many of you who served know exactly what I'm talking about. The constant worry of being spotted, the tension of moving through hostile territory. But that's exactly why this new AI Cloak technology is such a game changer for our forces. Remember when night vision goggles first appeared? They changed everything about night operations. Well, my friends, we're standing at a similar turning point right now. And what's coming next in this story will make those past innovations look like child's play. Your experience in the field taught you the value of staying hidden. Now imagine what you could have done with technology that makes you completely invisible to every type of enemy detection. Now, let's talk about how this remarkable AI Cloak actually works. Think of it like having the world's smartest camouflage system, one that doesn't just sit there like a printed pattern, but actually watches and changes with everything around it. You know how a chameleon changes its color to match its surroundings? Well, this is similar, but about 1,000 times more advanced. The heart of this system is something truly American, cutting-edge technology developed right here in our military labs. The cloak itself is made of a special material that can bend light around our soldiers, just like water bending around a rock in a stream. But that's just the beginning. What makes this system revolutionary is its brain, the artificial intelligence that powers it. Let me break this down in a way that makes perfect sense. Remember those old TV sets with antennas? You had to adjust them just right to get a clear picture. Now think about modern smart TVs that automatically adjust their picture based on the room's lighting. That's the kind of leap forward we're talking about with this cloak. Instead of soldiers having to constantly adjust their camouflage, this system does it all automatically, in real time, faster than the blink of an eye. Here's where it gets really interesting. The AI cloak doesn't just handle visible light, it deals with everything that could give away a soldier's position. Heat signatures, gone, radio signals, blocked, movement patterns, masked. It's like giving our troops a complete invisibility shield. Those of you who served know exactly how crucial this is. Remember having to worry about enemy night vision, thermal scopes, or motion sensors? This technology takes care of all of that at once. The system uses thousands of tiny sensors, smaller than a grain of sand, spread throughout the material. These sensors constantly scan the environment, checking colors, patterns, light levels, and even temperature. The AI processes all this information instantly and adjusts the cloak to match perfectly. It's like having a million tiny cameras and computers working together to keep our soldiers safe. But here's something that's especially impressive about American innovation. The cloak is tough. This isn't some delicate laboratory experiment. It's built to withstand the same harsh conditions our troops face every day. Rain, mud, desert heat, Arctic cold. This system keeps working no matter what. It's even designed to keep functioning if parts of it get damaged, just like how our soldiers are trained to adapt and overcome. You might be wondering about power. After all, this sounds like it needs a lot of energy to run. Well, our engineers thought of that too. The system uses advanced power technology similar to what's in our most sophisticated drones. A single charge can last for days of continuous operation. No need for bulky batteries or constant recharging in the field. The best part? This is just the beginning. Remember those old maps you used to carry? They turned into GPS. Basic radios became encrypted digital communications. Now, traditional camouflage is evolving into the AI cloak. This is what happens when American ingenuity meets military necessity. Our commitment to protecting our troops drives us to create technology that others thought impossible. And speaking of impossible, there's another capability of this cloak that sounds like it came straight out of a science fiction movie. But I'll tell you about that mind-blowing feature in just a moment. First, you need to understand just how this technology is already changing the game on modern battlefields. Let's get down to what matters most: how this AI cloak protects our troops in real combat situations. Imagine a squad of our soldiers needing to cross open terrain in broad daylight. In the past, this would have been an incredibly dangerous move. But with this technology, they can move freely, completely invisible to enemy observation posts, drones, and surveillance systems. One of our most critical military operations is gathering intelligence behind enemy lines. Think about how many brave men and women have risked their lives over the years to get vital information about enemy positions and movements. With the AI cloak, our reconnaissance teams can now operate deep in hostile territory with unprecedented safety. They can observe enemy installations up close, document their findings, and return safely, all while remaining completely undetected. Consider this scenario: a rescue mission to extract wounded soldiers from a hot zone. Every second counts, and traditional approaches leave our medical teams exposed to enemy fire. The AI cloak changes everything. Rescue teams can reach their wounded comrades without drawing enemy attention. Those of you who served in combat zones know exactly how vital those golden minutes are when someone's hit. This technology means we can save more lives while keeping our medics safe. But it's not just about individual soldiers. The AI cloak is revolutionizing how we protect our vital military assets. Supply convoys, which have always been prime targets, can now move through dangerous areas virtually undetected. Command posts can operate closer to the front lines without risk of being spotted. Even our forward operating bases can benefit from this technology, making them virtually invisible to enemy surveillance. Now, I want you to think about something that hits close to home for many of you. Remember those nerve-wracking moments on patrol, knowing enemy eyes could be watching from anywhere? The constant tension of being exposed. This technology means our young men and women serving today won't have to feel that same vulnerability. They'll have protection that we could only dream of in past conflicts. And here's where your experience becomes invaluable. Those of you who served understand battlefield realities better than anyone. Take a moment to consider how this technology could have changed the operations you were part of. What missions could have been accomplished with less risk? How many lives could have been saved? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights are crucial in understanding the real impact of this technology. The AI cloak isn't just changing how we fight, it's changing how we bring our troops home. Every parent who has a son or daughter in the service, every spouse waiting for their loved one to return, this technology gives them something priceless: better odds of a safe return. That's what American military innovation is all about. protecting our own while maintaining our edge over any adversary. Speaking of protection, there's something else about this technology that makes it even more remarkable for troop safety. It's a capability that goes beyond just hiding our soldiers. It actually helps them fight back more effectively. But before I reveal that game-changing feature, let me show you how this technology is reshaping modern military strategy in ways that would have seemed impossible just a few years ago. Now it's time to reveal something extraordinary about this technology that we've been holding back. The AI Cloak doesn't just make our forces invisible, it can actually create false images and decoys that confuse enemy forces. Imagine the strategic advantage. Our troops can make it appear as if we're attacking from the east, while the real advance comes from the west. If you understand the power of this capability, type "game changer" in the comments below. This brings us to a complete revolution in military strategy. Throughout history, commanders had to choose between stealth and strength. You either moved quietly with a small force or brought in heavy firepower that everyone could see coming. The AI Cloak changes this age-old rule. Now, an entire armored division can move undetected, appearing exactly when and where the enemy least expects it. Those of you with battlefield experience know just how massive this advantage is. Share your thoughts on this tactical breakthrough in the comments. Your military expertise matters to our community. Remember all those hours spent planning operations around enemy observation posts and surveillance? Today's commanders can focus purely on achieving their objectives, knowing their forces are completely hidden from enemy detection. We're talking about the ability to position troops anywhere on the battlefield without fear of detection. If this reminds you of operations you were part of, where this technology could have made a crucial difference, let us know by commenting below. But here's what truly matters. This technology saves American lives. Every time our forces can move without being detected, every surprise attack prevented, every ambush avoided, that's another family that doesn't receive that dreaded knock on the door. For those of you who've served in combat zones, you understand the weight of this better than anyone. If you believe this technology will save American lives, type "protect our troops" in the comments. The strategic implications go even further. Traditional military doctrine teaches that you need 3 times the force to attack a defended position. But what happens when the defender can't see you coming? What happens when they don't know where to point their weapons? The AI Cloak doesn't just level the playing field, it completely transforms it in our favor. Most importantly, this technology sends a powerful message to any nation thinking about threatening American interests. Our technological edge is insurmountable. While they're still trying to spot our troops through ordinary night vision, we're operating in a different dimension entirely. Share your pride in American military advancement by leaving a comment about how this technology makes you feel about our military's future. What we've discussed so far is just the beginning of what this technology can achieve. Now, it's time to reveal the second groundbreaking capability that we've been holding back. The AI Cloak system isn't limited to individual soldiers. Our engineers have successfully tested it on larger military vehicles and installations. Imagine entire tanks, helicopters, and even forward operating bases becoming completely invisible to enemy detection. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's America's military reality. The implications of scaling up this technology reach far beyond what most people can imagine. When we talk about protecting future generations of American soldiers, we're not just talking about individual safety anymore. We're talking about creating an entirely new form of warfare where our forces can operate with complete freedom while maintaining total security. Our military bases overseas, which have always been vulnerable to surveillance and attack, could become impossible to target. Supply lines that once needed heavy protection can move freely, ensuring our troops never lack the resources they need. Think about how this changes the future of military operations. The young men and women entering service today will have protection that previous generations could only dream about. They'll train with technology that makes everything we used in the past look like ancient history. Our military academies are already developing new tactical doctrines based on these capabilities, preparing the next generation of leaders to use this technology in ways we haven't even thought of yet. But here's something truly extraordinary about the future applications of the AI Cloak. The same technology that makes our forces invisible can also create what scientists call dynamic battlefield environments. In simple terms, this means our military can control what the enemy sees, or doesn't see, across entire regions. We can make reinforcements appear where there are none, or hide actual movements in plain sight. This level of battlefield control has never been possible before in military history. The research and development teams behind this technology aren't stopping here. They're already working on the next generation of improvements. The AI systems are getting smarter, the materials are becoming more resilient, and the applications are expanding. Every advancement makes our military stronger, our troops safer, and our nation more secure. This is what American innovation looks like, always pushing forward, always finding new ways to protect our people. Looking ahead 10 years, military experts predict this technology will become standard equipment for all American forces. Every service branch, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, will have their own specialized versions of the AI Cloak. Each version will be tailored to their specific needs, whether it's concealing ships from satellite observation, hiding aircraft from radar, or protecting ground forces during urban operations. Most importantly, this technology ensures that America maintains its position as the world's leading military power. While other nations are still trying to develop basic stealth technology, we're already operating in the realm of true invisibility. This is the kind of advancement that makes potential adversaries think twice before challenging American interests anywhere in the world. It's not just about winning conflicts, it's about preventing them from starting in the first place. As we've seen today, the AI Cloak isn't just another piece of military equipment. It's a revolution in how we protect our troops. From making individual soldiers invisible to concealing entire military installations, this technology represents American innovation at its finest. For those of you who served, you understand better than anyone how this could have changed the game during your time in uniform. This is why we need your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your understanding of real combat situations adds valuable perspective to this discussion. Tell us how you think this technology could have made a difference in operations you were part of. Before you go, here's something exciting. Next week, we're covering another groundbreaking military technology that's changing the battlefield: AI-powered combat drones that work together like a swarm of bees. You won't want to miss it. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on the latest American military innovations. And if you found value in today's video about the AI Cloak, give it a thumbs up. It helps us reach more patriots who care about our military's advancement.